The art of ignoring, finding inner peace in a noisy world life, is not a race to prove your existence, nor is it an arena where you must exhaust yourself in every direction. It is a brief journey filled with details, some worth pausing for, but most not even worth a glance. Have you ever wondered how much unnecessary weight you carry? How many words, glances, and situations have stuck to your soul? Things that could have simply passed by if you had ignored them. This is the art of ignoring. Choosing wisely what occupies your mind and heart, creating a peaceful space in a world that never stops screaming, and realizing that true peace begins when you learn to let go of what does not matter. Why do we need to ignore? We live in a world more interconnected than ever before. Notifications light up your phone every minute, news floods every screen, and opinions never cease to emerge from every corner. Even when you are alone, an inner voice constantly speaks. But the real question is, how can you live amidst this overwhelming noise without drowning? Some believe the solution lies in controlling everything, being present in every discussion, sharing an opinion on every issue, responding to every comment. But this is an illusion. The truth is that those who try to control everything ultimately lose control over themselves. Ignoring as an inner strength, ignoring is not a weakness, it is a strength. True strength lies not in reacting to every provocation, but in maintaining your composure when the world around you is in chaos. One of the most powerful examples of ignoring is what is known as active silence. Being silent is not always a sign of weakness. In fact, silence can sometimes be the most powerful response. When facing someone trying to provoke or upset you, your silence can be more powerful than any reply. Ignoring is your choice of what deserves to live in your heart and what should be left behind. Ignoring is not escaping, it's a smart confrontation. One of the hardest truths to accept is that ignoring does not mean running away from reality. On the contrary, it is a form of confrontation. Think about all the emotions that weigh down your heart: anger, sadness, anxiety, and even regret. These emotions require your energy to remain alive within you. When you choose to ignore them, you are not denying their existence but refusing to give them more life. The same applies to people. When you choose to ignore someone who tries to discourage you, you are actually confronting them in a smarter way. You show them that they have no control over you. Ignoring is an invisible victory, winning a battle without even fighting it. Life lessons on ignoring. There is a story of a man walking through a forest filled with thorny trees. As he walked, the thorns scratched his clothes and skin. He stopped and looked around, realizing that the thorns would never disappear. If he kept trying to remove every thorn, he would never reach his destination. Instead, he chose to change the way he walked. He slowed down, watched his path carefully, and ignored what he could not change. Life is like this forest. If you try to remove every thorn that comes your way, you will exhaust yourself without reaching anywhere. Ignoring in this case is not surrender, it is a strategy. Ignoring and psychological freedom. When you start practicing the art of ignoring, you will notice something incredible: freedom. Psychological freedom does not mean being free from responsibilities or challenges, but rather freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens. You will begin to see the world differently, realizing that many things that used to bother you are not even worth your time. Ignoring is not just a decision, it is a way of life. How to master the art of ignoring. Ask yourself, does this really matter? When facing an annoying situation or comment, stop and ask, is this worth my energy? Learn to reject what does not serve you. Ignoring starts with your ability to say no to things that do not align with you. Practice silence. Sometimes the best way to ignore something is to remain silent. Choose your battles wisely. Not every battle is worth fighting. Sometimes walking away is the greatest victory. Be confident in yourself. Ignoring requires confidence. When you truly know your worth, you don't need to prove it to anyone. Conclusion. The art of ignoring is not an inborn skill, but something you can learn over time. It is a path to a more peaceful and balanced life. Life is too short to waste on every small detail. Learn to choose wisely, give yourself the right to rest, and ignore what does not deserve to burden your heart. Ignore with love. Ignore with wisdom. Ignore to live.